Recording. It says stamp there, it says record,
Oh, okay.
and now it's...
You're talking in my good ear.
Oh, good. That's what I intend to do. I'm Marcia Thomas, and I'm conducting this interview on behalf of the National Veterans History Archival Institute. Today is, oh my gosh, what is today?
The 24th.
Thank you. April 24th, 2010, and we're in Greensboro, North Carolina. So please tell me your full name.
Charles DiMaria.
Okay. And the date of your birth and where you were born.
September the 24th, 1917.
Mm-hmm. And where were you born?
At North Collins, New York.
Oh, a New York boy. Well, what was it like growing up in New York?
Huh?
North
I
Collins.
was one of 10 children.
Mhm.
And of course, back then, during the Depression time,
Mm-hmm.
of course, we all worked back then as children.
Mhm. What did you do?
Worked on a farm.
Mm-hmm. Were you living on the farm, or you?
No,
No. Mm-hmm.
but we had North Collins was a small town,
Mm-hmm.
and farms all around it, so we just worked at different farms. I worked for 75 cents a day.
Oh my. Did that help? Did that help the family?
Yeah, well, it did back then.
Yeah, yeah. So you grew up during the Great Depression
Oh, yeah.
then? Do you remember having enough to eat, or
Oh,
not you always had
Most
enough?
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And were other members of your family working to help support you?
Well, yes, we all worked. We all tried to do something.
Mhm.
It wasn't back then. It's not like it is now. Kids now, they get what they want to eat, but we had to eat what we had.
Yeah, sure, sure. And did you complete high school?
2 years.
2 years? And what options were open to you after you completed your 2 years of high school? Did you have a job waiting, or did you think about going on to college?
No. I still worked on a farm.
Uh-huh.
That's one of the reasons I quit school.
Was to work on the farm?
Yeah, just to keep working.
Mm-hmm. So what made you decide to go into the service then?
They drafted me.
Oh, they drafted you. So you had no choice on what branch
No,
you got.
I was one of the first ones drafted.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember my number back then was 625. I believe I've got it at home, but it's close.
Were you 18 when you went in?
No, I was 20.
Well, you were born in 17, so you must have been 22,
I
23?
was 20. I celebrated my 24th birthday while I was in the Army.
Mhm.
And my father, after I was inducted, my father died. About a month after I was inducted.
Did you get to go home for that?
Mm-hmm.
And you
Yeah.
went in 1940, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you take basic training?
Well, was inducted in Fort Niagara.
Mm-hmm.
And we went from there to Camp Devens.
In New York?
No,
No, where's that?
Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. And we went to Fort Eustis, Virginia they changed us. And we were on maneuvers in North Carolina.
Oh.
In Kansas back then.
Do you...
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
We were here about 2 months, 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I'm here now.
Oh.
It was in the spring of the year, and everything was beautiful. And I said, if I ever get out of the Army, I'd come back and live here, and I did.
Oh, that's nice. Well, do you remember your first days of boot camp?
Yeah.
Was it tough?
Well, yeah, $21 a month. Yeah, it was tough. But I was a farm boy, and it didn't bother me too much. I saw a lot of stuff I didn't. That everything was new to me.
So it was a
Yeah.
positive experience?
Oh, yeah.
Good, good. And this is, war had not broken out yet when you went in? War had not broken out yet
No.
when you went in? Do you remember?
When I was inducted into the service, it was supposed to have been for 1 year.
Ah,
And December the 7th,
7th.
Pearl Harbor Day, the day before then, we all went to everybody that wanted to go on leave for Christmas had to go to the office, sign up to go on furlough, and war broke out the next day. And they immediately sent us to Boston, Massachusetts, and we had our guns scattered all over the city, but we were based at the Charleston Navy Yard. And we stayed there till they got ready to ship us overseas. They sent us to Fort Dick, New Jersey. From there, we were on the boat for 28 days before they told us where we were going. It was a convoy of over 300 ships up there.
And you had no idea where you were
Oh,
going?
they didn't tell us. But on the top, I believe it was the 28th day, they told us that we were going to land in Africa.
Oh.
And at Casablanca.
Oh, how cool.
And of course, I was this old dummy, anything I knew about Africa was tigers, snakes. And you'll never believe what I saw. The first thing I saw when I got off the boat.
What was that?
Big sign that says Coca-Cola. I'll never forget that.
Not what you expected at all, huh?
But we didn't have nothing but 30 caliber machine guns and some old M1 rifles that were left over from. We didn't have a lot of equipment when we went in there, but yeah. But we stayed there. I think we stayed in Casablanca 3 or 4 weeks, 5 weeks maybe. Then we went to Algiers, and we were there when Roosevelt and Churchill came by where we were.
Oh, yeah?
When they were going to that summit meeting they had over there.
Did you get to see them?
Only going by in a car.
Yeah? Oh, that's pretty nice.
But Andy Rooney,
Yeah.
he was there. He was everywhere there.
Because he was a reporter
Oh,
in
yeah.
the Army, right?
Oh, yeah, back then, yeah. Stars and Stripes.
You know Andy Rooney? Yeah. That's very neat. So now you're in Algiers,
Oh, we went to Algiers
and what were you all doing there?
to protecting the city. And then we left there and crossed the desert, going into Tunisia. That was the days of the Germans, elite troops were there, the SS troopers. They were supposed to be the very best in the country, in the world, really. And of course, I never had seen one face to face, but we were at a railroad crossing, and there was a troop train come by had a bunch of SS troopers on it, and we got to look them over. They let them off the train to relieve themselves, and we got a good look at them.
Face to face with the enemy. Huh?
And now that didn't bother me too much. I thought, well, I could do most anything they could.
Just a regular guy like you, huh?
Yeah. And we went all the way through Tunis, and we came back.
Now, there was no fighting then. You're just...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me about that.
Yeah, they were fighting all the time. That's the day they were chasing Rommel all over the desert.
Oh, really?
I think that's history, you know.
And you were in combat?
Well, yeah, we were. What we were doing then was protecting the infantry from aircraft.
Oh, okay.
Then from there we went to they shipped us to Italy.
Oh, okay.
We landed in Sicily. We landed in Palermo. That's when George Patton, we were under George Patton was our commanding officer back then. And we went through Italy, and that's what I got. And at one time, I don't remember exactly how many guns they had firing on Mount Cassino, and that's where I've lost most of my hearing.
What happened?
Oh, the guns firing.
And it damaged you?
We fired on that mountain for, I believe it was 3 days and 3 nights. And the weather was miserable, wet. We were in mud most of the time. And from there,
Now that was, you were in the valley, right?
Firing
And
on the
shooting-
mountain,
And they were defending the...
But then
Montecino?
there's no way we could get through there. So they sent us back, put us on boats, and sent us to the Anzio beachhead. And that's where we got off the boats there. We went almost all the way to Rome.
Oh, you did? Marched up.
That one first day, but then the mistake back then was that there was only 100,000 troops. Mark Clark was commander general, and there was nobody behind us, so they had to pull us back. So we still had to confront that mountain up there, and that's where they had a great big, the Germans had a great big railroad gun. I wished I'd have saved the pictures that they had it mounted on a freight car, and they had it in a tunnel in the mountain, and they would pull that out and fire several rounds down at it.